All right, hey, what's going on Facebook and YouTube? This is Omar, and I'm back with you guys for another presentation. I'm actually going to do things a little bit different this time around. I'm actually recording from my phone, believe it or not. I couldn't get the lighting right with my laptop. I went in my room, I tried to go on the kitchen table, couldn't get the lighting right, but with my phone, fortunately, I got a clear enough picture and just the right amount of lighting to be able to make this video. So I'll be doing a video from my phone this evening. All right. Now, I'm already having a rough day with my second job. Things didn't quite go as planned with a couple clients, but nevertheless, we're going to continue to move forward. So what I want to do tonight is that I want to do another book review. As you guys have seen in some previous videos, I actually did a book review of the 48 Laws of Power. I actually did two videos where I highlighted 12 of the laws that I thought I found most interesting. So what I want to do tonight is I want to do another book review of a book that I just finished reading. The book is called Living the Marshall Way, and it's written by Forrest Morgan. He's a retired Air Force guy, as well as holds a black belt in Taekwondo. Lot of knowledge, lot of insight in this book. So what I want to do is I want to just kind of give a summary of 3 chapters. This book had a bunch of chapters, but I want to give a summary of 3 chapters that I found the most interesting with this book. So with chapter 1, talks about having the warrior mindset. Now, this book, Living the Marshall Way, you know, somebody who would pick up the book and look at it, they just automatically assume that it's going to be about martial arts. And it does touch on martial arts, but it also touches on those other components that you can apply to everyday life. You see what I mean? So with the first chapter, it talks about the warrior mindset. And what it's talking about is that living the martial way, it's a way of life. This is not something to do on a recreation basis. This is not a hobby. This is a way of life. Okay? It also talks about how being a warrior, you already are part of an elite group of society. A lot of people wouldn't think of it that way, but you're already part of an elite group of society. And it comes with a lot of responsibilities that go with that. You see what I mean? And what the main thing was is that as a warrior, having that warrior mindset, you already set yourself apart from the rest of society. The reason why you set yourself apart, because you are in constant pursuit of excellence in whatever facet of life, in all facets of life, I should say. You are in constant pursuit of excellence. That's what having a warrior's mindset is about. And the last thing that chapter touched on was that you don't do things to get praise from other people. You don't accomplish things to get praise from other people. You don't do it to win awards, to get a certificate, to get a medal. You don't do things for recognition. You do things because you're pursuing those internal awards. Y'all see where I'm going with this? It's more of an internal thing. When you're striving to be your best self, you able to go to sleep peaceful at night because you know that you're striving, you're bettering yourself. All of the awards and the accolades, that's just a byproduct of the hard work that you've done. But you already feel good inside, not because of what other people see that you accomplished, but the fact that you worked hard and you are in constant pursuit of excellence. That's what makes you feel good at the end of the day. So that was chapter 1. Another chapter I found interesting was chapter 9, when it talks about fitness. And this was a chapter that When I first got the book, I actually read that chapter first because that chapter kind of just piqued my interest right off the bat. It talks about warrior fitness. Now, it breaks it down to five qualities. You got power, you got speed, you got endurance, you got agility, and you got coordination. Any of my athletes out there, my fellow athletes, how many of those five do you have? The power, speed, coordination, agility, and endurance. So what that chapter was saying is that when it comes down to your workout regimen, you should be including all five of those categories in your workout. It also talks about diet and nutrition. Eating a balanced diet, your carbohydrates, your meats, your proteins, your vegetables, and the kind of effect that those things have on your body, so that way that you are able to reach your peak when it comes to performance. You know, you can't out exercise a bad diet. And unfortunately, a lot of us, we can't seem to get our diet under control. So having a well-balanced diet to go along with the exercise makes a huge difference. When you work out, you got to push yourself. You got to really be getting after it in these workouts. You can't just sit there and work out, go to the gym, and you just on a machine or doing an exercise just to look cute. It's way too many people that's in the gym trying to look cute. That's not going to get it done. You got to really get after it. That's the only way that you're going to see results. Whether you're trying to build muscle, if you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle weight, try to get more of a lean physique, you got to really get after it. That's the only way that you're going to get results. All right, so that covers chapter 9 with the warrior fitness. Now, I'm going to go to the last chapter. It's called Mastery in Living the Martial Way. Now, what I found interesting with this last chapter is that you shouldn't ever get to a point in life where you think you know it all. You shouldn't get to a point in life where it's like, okay, I don't need to study anymore. I don't need to work anymore. I have reached the peak of perfection, because nobody is perfect. There's always something that you can strive to do better. That's why when I talk about accountability, when I talk about having a different mentality, you should be able to assess all your strengths and all your weaknesses and to try to work on shoring up those weak areas that you have. It doesn't matter whether professionally, career-wise, or just your own personal development, that you should always be trying to strive to do more. That's when you would become a master. And then it also had touched on, let me see here. It kind of touched on, if you're studying any brand of knowledge or body of knowledge, that studying that body of knowledge alone may not necessarily be the best thing, because you can actually study other things that makes that one particular body of knowledge useful, that makes it that much more clear to understand. He had used the example of music, how to Beethoven and Mozart, they would have these unorthodox ways to create and to make music. And that's what made them a genius when it came to music. Living a warrior's life, it always talks about being above the masses. I touched on that back in chapter 1, how this is a calling to where you are above your peers. That doesn't necessarily mean that you walk around thinking that you're better than everybody, but having a warrior's mentality, living that martial way, there should be something different about you. There should be something different about you that people be like, oh man, there's something different about this person. This person works really hard. This person is not looking for a pat on the back all the time, even when they are doing good things. This person is a man or a woman of their word. Their yeses mean yes and their no's mean no. Everything has a purpose behind it. That's what the warrior lifestyle is about. Whether it comes to your training, whether it comes to planning for a career, whether you're pursuing a mate, pursuing a husband or a wife, everything has a purpose. You're not just doing things, going through the motions. Y'all see what I'm saying? Everything has a purpose. And when you have that type of mentality, you're going to see that things tend to work out or tend to fall into place the way they should be. All right. And then I like how the author, he kind of summed it up by saying this, that you notice how you have those who, a lot of people, they tend to let themselves go late 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50s. They tend to let themselves go, let their bodies get all flabby, don't really have that zeal for life. And then you got those people who seem to keep themselves in shape, seem to be more disciplined over the years and going into their 30s, their 40s, 50s, maybe even their 60s. So those people have already learned the secret to physical training, how important training is. And when you come across those people, a lot of people just assume, oh, you're just blessed with good genes. You just blessed with good genetics. But the reality is that if you had the discipline and you understood the training and have a certain mindset, you can be just like them. We're always looking for an easy way out. You can be just as disciplined, just as in shape, just as focused, and have that zeal in life just like they do. That's what sets you apart from the rest of society. So once again, the book is called Living the Martial Way. I believe I got this a used copy of Amazon for it was like $3 or $4. So they should have this at a Barnes and Noble's bookstore, but you can get it off Amazon as well. So that's my video for today. I hope you guys like it, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.